I see we have 4 here already. We got Super Mario, we got Brenda, we got Amelda, we got Princess KK. Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm so happy you're here. My hair is tickling my face. I gotta move it. There we go. That should be okay. Just gonna do a couple little adjustments. There we go. Scoot over this way. You guys can get a good view of my Nintendo stuffed toys collection. Every time, oops, and my, sorry guys. Oh, you like, this is, thank you, Princess KK. You said you like my hair like that. This is actually just my hair normal without styling it or anything. So I'm very happy to know that it looks good. I didn't have the energy to actually do anything with it today. Thank you, I appreciate it. Honestly, that your compliment means a lot to me today because today is just a questionable self-esteem day. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that really meant a lot to me. I hope you guys are having, it's already the 22nd of December. Like, where the hell did this year go? Where did 2024 go? I hope you guys are having a very Merry Christmas and like just a really happy, good holiday, having a great time. I'm actually not a lefty, Amelda. This is my right hand, but it might look, maybe it looks reversed to you guys watching as opposed to like what my camera focuses on. I don't know. Well, thank you, Princess KK. That really does help me. All right. Thank you, Lilith. This is one of my most comfortable cardigans that I have. I got it at Winners a couple years ago. I love it. It was on sale. It was like $5 or whatever because it was, I don't even remember, but it was like on clearance, $5 or something like that. It's one of my best sweaters. It even has a big hood on it. I sort of consider this like my Jedi robe because of the giant hood. And it's so comfortable and loose, and it's even like that tannish brown color, so it does make me think of like being a Jedi when I wear this. I am actually a very big nerd. I love the original, the 3 old Star Wars, you know, the ones from the 70s and 80s. Those are my favorite ones. Camel, that's a good name for this shade. I really didn't know it because it is like a, I guess it is kind of a camel-y, like a super, excuse me, super like light orangey tan. Anyway, yeah, it is a perfect self-care sweater. It is absolutely. Excuse me, dry throat today, so I'm gonna drink some water. We have somebody new. We have Anupam. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. I guess I just have my cards out today. I don't have my oracles or runes or anything. We're just using One World Tarot today. I am very cozy and comfortable. General reading for Amelda. Okay, so first of all, Anupam, Pam, will, okay, reply from my message in my favor. Let's just do like one quick card for that. You're wondering if somebody is going, if a certain person on your mind is going to reply to you in your favor. So give you or like tell you something that you are hoping to hear, like you're getting the response you hope to get from them, because we'll pull a card on that. Will Anupam get the response they are looking for or a good response, a favorable response from the person on their mind. Let's see. And I'm going to pull another one for what is like the nature of their communication to you going to be. Have they been ignoring you for a while? I get this feeling that they've kind of like, I'm just seeing like they left you on red, and I'm just seeing like the little, you know, the check mark beside the text message. You sent it, they read it, but they just haven't said anything. I feel like they've kind of left you hanging for a while. I do see King of Wands. Now the gender is not necessarily important. It's more about the energy present, but I do feel as though this is a male that you're waiting to hear back from. I think he will eventually. And then the nature of the message, there's just something, something feels off about this. I need to just do one more card. There's something feels off about this. Okay. Sorry, I'm like making faces. I think out loud with my face. Okay. Excuse me. Because if this person has been ignoring you for a while, like Two of Swords, I'm seeing like this is like at least 2 weeks that perhaps they've been ignoring you or you've been waiting to hear back from them. And with Temperance, like they're really slow to reply. But I'm getting, like, if he wanted to, he will. If he wants to, he will. And if he wanted to, he would. Seems like he's kind of and I'm just saying he. You can correct me if I, you know, have the gender or whatever incorrect. But, yeah, like, he's charismatic and he knows what to say. Like, he knows... Uh-oh, you guys can't hear me. Oh, dear. All right. Can you hear that? I'm going to unplug. Okay, you can hear that. Okay, so sorry to headphone users that had to hear me tapping on my thing. Okay, so you can hear it. You know what? I'll clip the... There we go. I'll clip it onto my sweater instead of my shirt. There we go. I'll clip it onto my sweater. And then it might not get so muffled, perhaps. Okay. Sorry to interrupt the reading there. But yeah, like a charismatic person, he knows, I think where I left off was saying like he knows all the right things to say to impress people. And like he knows... I'm just getting something about like he knows how to play the game. There's almost like a bit of a manipulative energy here. I don't think he intends it like to be harmful, but I also did pull what was his intention here, and I have 5 of Swords, and I don't know. Anupam, I feel like you could do a lot better. I think you deserve a lot better than somebody who is just going to leave you on red and then reply to you when nobody else that he's texted is replying to him. But I did say, I was like, oh, I'll pull a quick card, but you know, it never actually goes like that. I end up going much deeper than anticipated. So let's just get some more info here. What's the advice? Let's get the advice for Anupam. And again, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm very sorry. Please correct me. What's the advice here? Okay, well, there's the manipulative energy with the Magician. I'm also seeing here and I'll have to get back to this in a minute. I'm reading these a little out of order. First of all, Nine of Pentacles, but she's in the reverse, okay? There's like, don't put your trust and your security into this man or into this person. I just, like, you're not gonna get out of this situation, I think, what you're hoping for. There's just, and with this World card, I'm seeing something here about, like, you are the ruler of your own world. You are the one who, like, writes your story. You don't need to have the validation of a man or another person. I guess I should just, you don't need that external validation from others in order for you to know that you're good enough or worthy enough, or desirable enough, or, you know, worthy of friendship, worthy of love, worthy of connections. You already are all these things just the way you are, without the validation of anybody else, without, you know, whether a guy texts you back or messages you back, or whatever, or if he doesn't, that's not a reflection on your value. Excuse me. But yeah, a bit manipulative. I think there's player energy, you know. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, sweetie, and I have here the Ten of Swords. I think it may be time to move on from this person, or to just not expect so much from them anymore. And it's not your fault. It is just, for whatever reason, it's them, it's what he's doing, it's what he's got going on. My hair is tickling my face again. But yeah, I'm just like, well, and you know what? I'll show you the last one underneath. So on the bottom of the deck, we had the Ten of Swords, right? Underneath of that is the Wheel of Fortune. And it's like, once you let go of this person, like you let go of the dead weight, it's like, then you can really take off. I have the mental image of, now this is going to sound very silly, but it's the mental image of an airplane, right? And they can't take off safely because, for whatever reason, they weigh too much, right? The aircraft weighs too much. There's certain rules and regs depending on where you are on, okay, you can't be over this limit or else it's not safe to fly. And I see the image of somebody kicking out a great big box, and it's a box full of rocks. That rhymes, box full of rocks. They kick it off the plane. The rocks spill out all over the tarmac, whatever, it gets cleaned up, but then the plane can take off because they don't have that, it doesn't have that dead weight holding it back anymore. Yeah, let go of this that's not serving you. If you know, and I'm not throwing shade, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad or ashamed or anything. No, this is completely like your feelings here. If this is what's going on and this is how you're feeling, totally natural, and I understand. But if you are feeling as though your worth and your value as a person or as a woman or you know, whatever your gender, but if your worth and your value as a person is dependent on the way that other people see you, or you being somebody's main chick instead of wondering if you're always just their second option, you might need to rethink this, because your worth and your value exist independently of those things, right? I just don't think this guy is going to be very good for you. I just keep being reminded, if he wanted to, he would. And if he isn't, that's not your fault. Drop the dead weight, and then you're going to end up having so much better luck, much more success, perhaps, if you're looking for relationships or dating in the future. Just, yeah, people who are playing games with you and making you like question yourself and your value and your worth and whatever, let them go. They're not for you, and that's not your fault. And you're saying, I'm waiting for him last 5 years. Today I messaged him everything regarding my feelings. I understand. And that is a tough situation to be in, because our emotions are so much stronger, right, than, you know, what I'm telling to you, or like our logic, or sometimes our intuition, even our gut feeling might tell us something, but our feelings, our emotions are just like, no, but I really want this. I'm so attached to this. It might be okay to let go of this attachment that you have to this person. Just let it be. And you're going to see things, I think, transform for the better in your life. And if you end up coming back into union, then great. But if you don't, that's okay. It is not a necessity for you to be happy and beautiful and worthy and to feel like you're doing well enough in life. Okay, so that's what I have for you. To Princess KK and Brenda, thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate those. That helps my channel a lot. But you guys also participating in everybody participating on stream with just even being here and lurking, or, you know, commenting and stuff, that helps my channel to grow too. Leon's asking if I have a boyfriend. Yeah, and it's not you. Let's see. Yeah, Pam Pierce, Anupam, Pam Pierce in the chat has like the best advice. When you let go, you open space for other people to come in. Think of the airplane example. They had to drop the dead weight because they couldn't take off with this extra weight. They dropped the dead weight, and now it's free. The airplane's free to take off. They're free to go on whatever adventures they want. I'm just looking through the chat. Let's see. Just to catch up. Oh, Amelda, you're so sweet. You said I'm your #1 reader. That makes my heart very happy. I'm subscribed to several, but she's by far the most talented. Ooh, Scorpio Scott. I actually haven't watched him, but I've heard he's good too. I'm gonna have to check him out now. I've heard he's good though. There are so many good readers on YouTube and just out here in the spiritual community in general. But I appreciate that I'm like your favorite one. That makes me very happy. You're free to like whatever readers you like and have whatever favorites you have, but that made my heart feel happy. Okay. Okay, Christy is asking, will the things I've been working on work out? And also, hello, Christy, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you around here before, and if I have, then apologies for not acknowledging you sooner, but thanks for being here. So Christy is wondering if the things she's working on will work out. Let's see. Ooh, whoa. Just a minute. We're gonna keep... We had the Knight of Pentacles fly out, and it landed face up. And sometimes I just feel guided to pick certain ones that have fallen out. I had 2 fall out, but this one was face up. So we're keeping our Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to pull some more though, and then we'll get into this. Okay. Did you guys see my most recent short about the many types of tarot readers, part 2? And how we started off with the Butterfingers and how she's always, you know, flinging her cards and dropping them? That is me today. I'm going to shuffle a little more carefully. Sometimes I get a bit too excited. But I love tarot. I am genuinely excited to do these readings for you guys. I get really into it. And sometimes I get a little enthusiastic with the shuffling. Okay, this one... That one keeps trying to flip out, so we're going to keep it. All right, I get the message. I get the message. All right, let's see. Aries, I am still taking questions. We've only been streaming for 20 minutes, so we're good. Oh, it is your first time being here. Well, that's awesome, Christy. I'm really glad you're here. Okay. So I had to scroll through a couple of these comments here. All right. I'm just going to accept that the cards that are falling out of here are important. So the things that you're working on, are they going to work out? Okay. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. There is this slow and steady energy. I'm also hearing slowly but surely. I'm also being reminded, you know, that classic story about the tortoise and the hare, and you know, the hare does the big burst of speed, gets maybe a little tired, gets very cocky, and then decides, oh, well, I can have a nap and I'll still win this race. He has a nap. Tortoise, who has just been plodding along consistently, ends up passing him. We all know that story. We all know how it goes. So there's that slow and steady, there's consistency. So I'm getting from Spirit, there's encouragement for you to keep on whatever it is that you're working on, to keep on doing it. I'm also getting something about refining your routine. And that it doesn't mean you have to necessarily be stuck doing the same things at the same time in the same way every day. Your routine can, I'm seeing like there's a little bit of wiggle room in your routine where you're able to adjust it according to what needs to be done and how much time you have, and you know, how your health or whatever is doing that day. But for the most part, like just staying consistent with whatever it is that you're working on. There is something here about getting your message out there with the Page of Wands, and perhaps putting yourself out there. And that can be really hard. I struggle with it a lot. And I've been on YouTube for 7 years. So I understand. I understand that is, it is difficult. But at the same time, if you don't put yourself out there, if nobody knows that you're doing whatever it is here that you're doing, how are people going to be able to reach you, you know? or have access to whatever the services or whatever it is that you're trying to provide. I next have, these are going to look a little intense, but Spirit's telling me to tell you not to really worry too much about it. We got the Lovers and we got the Devil. You were getting, and I think in the past you were getting support from the wrong people. And like perhaps taking advice that maybe worked for someone else for their situation, but isn't necessarily working for you in your unique situation. Somebody could have also been, because with this Devil, I mean, somebody could have been intentionally giving you bad advice too. Like, I'm not getting like full-on Seven of Swords sabotage energy, but someone is just, yeah, I don't know. I think you were just getting support from people that, just the wrong kind of support from the wrong kind of people. Okay? We'll pull more though. Hang on. Will it work out? So I'm seeing with the, oh, yes, it will. It will. Aces or yeses, okay? It will. If we want to estimate timing, it could be within like a year or so. But yep, that's the first thing Spirit wants you to know. And it is going, whatever it is going to eventually like take off. We got the Fool card. There's the brand new beginning. You'll have the opportunity to have like this new chapter, this new start in your life. So like, for example, maybe you're, I don't know, let's just say you're writing a book or something. And in the past you were getting writing advice from somebody who just either didn't really know actually what they were doing, or they were kind of scamming. I don't know. Yeah, scamming, but like just, they had enough skills to make you think you could trust them, but they didn't really have your best interest in mind. and then you stopped getting advice. I hit my microphone. You stopped getting advice from them or whatever, and then you like slow and steady with the routine. You kept working on, again with the book example, you just kept working on your book. It was like one page at a time, one chapter, even if just one line at a time, and you just kept going, and then eventually started putting it out there. Hey, this is my work. This is my this is my work. This is what I like to do. This is what I do. And like, if you want to see more of my work, come to this website or whatever it is. You can tailor it to your own situation there. Let's get some more advice here. Oh yeah, okay. Knight of Wands. This is when things take off quite quickly. And there's like a burst of inspiration, and you're all of a sudden like, again, with the writing example, I don't know if that's what you're actually doing, but it's just an example, okay? Maybe you go several days or weeks with writer's block, and then all of a sudden you just have this burst of inspiration, creativity, and you're just writing up a storm. And you end up coming up with something that is truly really amazing, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can work with this. And then you're able to just keep moving forward from there. But yeah, short answer, yeah, whatever it is that you're working on, it is working out. Let's just get a little bit of advice from Spirit for you, Christy. A little bit of advice. Yes, so I did get with that Ace of Pentacles that yes, it'll work out maybe in about a year or so. And then we have Nine of Pentacles. It's not just short-term gain, okay? There is long-term. There's going to be long-term benefits to whatever it is that you're doing here. I do see offers, like friendly, genuine offer for support. Four of Wands. Well, this is depicting a marriage or a wedding, but it's like the coming together of two people or two groups to build something, to create something bigger than themselves. I think you're going to start to find the right kind of support, and remember, the self-promotion, and to know that you're good at what you're doing, and it's not bragging. It's not like, it's not being like, oh, look how good I am. It's literally just, hey, this is what I have to offer. If you like it, come check this out. And people will like it, and it will resonate. So yeah, you're going to get the support from the right people. You're going to get the right kind of advice, and this will work out. All right. Yeah, I see we got trolls in the house. But the thing that the trolls don't realize is the more that they comment and the more that they, even joining my stream and stuff, and the more they're actually driving up my engagement. So they're being annoying. I'm good at ignoring them. I worked with little kids for 8 years. Internet trolls are nothing. But they don't realize that they're actually helping me. So, interesting. Okay, and then Aries. Let's see. Aries is also looking for a Christmas message. If I'm not doing like a formal cue here, so if I miss your comment or your question or whatever, I do apologize. I'm doing the best I can though. Okay, so Aries Christmas message. Pam wants to know if she can afford to get a dog. Ooh. And Alicia's asking for a free reading. Sure, why not? Brenda also. Yeah, I know you asked a question way up in the chat. I can't remember what your question was though, Brenda. I'm sorry. Okay, so Aries is looking for a Christmas message. Aries, if you haven't already checked out my latest pick a card video, it's actually pick a present. There are Christmas messages in there, but I can absolutely do like a specialized one for you here. So what is the Christmas message for Aries Rainbow Child? Christmas message for Aries Rainbow Child. Whoa! These cards are very slippery. Okay. Christmas message for Aries Rainbow Child. What do we got? This is sweet. This is very cute. Oh, Sebastian, hello and welcome. Girl, I am so happy to see you. I'm happy to see all of you guys here, but like, guys, Sebastian is one of the best readers that I know. I watched her channel before I ever even started my own channel. Go check her out. All right, anyways, Aries, Christmas message. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. This is sweet. Christmas message. You need to go to your inner child. Yeah, talk to your inner child. What is the message here for your inner child? Like, okay, I'm just getting so many things right now. First of all, give yourself a hug. You're giving your inner child this hug, okay? You're letting this inner child know like that they're okay, that they're safe, that they're like that they're going to be happy, okay? That they're going to be happy because over the years, well, and this is natural. Over the years, we grow, we learn, we gain knowledge, we gain our wisdom. A lot of people gain knowledge. Actually, I should say not everybody gains wisdom, but you have gained a lot of wisdom in the past over the course of your life. And if you could go to your inner child, what would you tell them with what you know now? What would you tell that little kid? I'm also just seeing here with like change in perspective with the Hangman, like help your inner child to maybe see themselves differently. You know, if you remember maybe the way you used to feel about yourself when you were a young kid, if you could go back in time, you know, the age you are now with what you know now and the wisdom you have now, what would you tell your little self in order to change their perception of who they are and to change their perception of like their self-worth? I feel as though this is what Spirit is telling you to do. You're giving it's a gift. You're giving a gift to your child self. Give that kid a great big hug. Give them all the affirmations that you tell to your, you know, perhaps if you give yourself positive affirmations every morning now or every day now, go to that inner child and tell them all those things too. Okay, so that's what I'm getting is the message for you. Ah, Autumn, Sebastian, thank you for popping into the stream. I appreciate it. But yeah, You're going to bless your inner child with the gift of the divine wisdom that you have now. All right, and now Pam is wondering if she'll be able to afford to get a dog because the cost of living has gotten ridiculous everywhere. Let's just see what's going on with that. And I know there are others in the chat who are waiting, and I do have you in mind. I'll do a little informal cue. We have Pam, we have Alicia, Brenda, and then we had Alia, and okay, Angela would love to have a general message. Alicia. Susan also. And if I don't get to you in the order in the chat in which you posted, I do apologize. Vivian. Dipal Shakabordi is asking if I'm from the US. No, I am from Canada. Lilith also wants a reading. Okay, so now I'm setting up a queue. 7. All right. Ooh, and a Capricorn reading for Car How Are You 11. That sounds really fun. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to Pam. Pam is wondering about getting a dog, if that is affordable, if that's something that is going to be part of her near future. Let's see. Okay, short answer, yes. I'm not sure it's going to be right away, though. I'm seeing with Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, there's, I think there's going to be needing to save money, but I'm also seeing there, in the future here, there could be an option for some kind of financial support. Now, it also depends on, like Brenda in the chat was asking what kind of dog. It also depends on the route you want to go, whether you want to purchase or adopt. I know some shelters, it may not be like this everywhere, but I know that some shelters do let you adopt like for free. Some you might have to pay a fee, but you know, sometimes some shelters will let you just adopt you know, a dog or cat who's already had all their immunizations and has been checked out and okayed by the vet. And then it just depends on where you're at and what kind of the rules are for, you know, the SPCA or whatever local shelters are in your area. There's some where you may want to give a donation or something. As like a thank you to, hey, like you let me adopt this beautiful dog, this beautiful animal, like I want to show you my appreciation. And it also, I think, depends on Pam saying I rescue, but even that is getting costly. Yeah, I'm wondering if that, like, if there is maybe going to be some kind of program or something coming up in the near future that's going to help you with these costs. It's giving charitable vibes. So, you know, maybe this shelter, this rescue or whatever, like they could end up getting some kind of special funding where it does become cheaper to rescue animals. I just have, like, for the time being, it would be a lot on your plate right now. And I think just financially. But Spirit's saying don't give up on that. because we have the Sun card. This is like the good news. This is, and in your case, the good news is like, yeah, I can get a dog. Yeah, the good news here, but it's just not gonna be tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna pull a couple more cards. Lavelle Crook, your feelings are not my responsibility. Bye. Sorry, Pam, I didn't mean to interrupt your reading there. More advice for Pam here. Okay. I'm seeing like just be careful. Perhaps be careful where you may. Okay, so I know you said you normally rescue. I'm gonna just say you might see some really like good offers. Like let's just say you look on Kijiji, because I know sometimes people do sell puppies and stuff on Kijiji. You're seeing an offer that's like, that is really cheap for a dog, for a puppy or a dog, whatever, that's already had all their shots and all of their, you know, all that. There's some kind of like don't take shortcuts, okay? There's something like too good to be true here. You just have to be really careful. If you end up not going through a rescue and you end up like purchasing from a private seller, be careful you're not purchasing from a puppy mill. You know, they might say, oh, this is it's a farm, it's reputable, this is all great, you know, good, reputable, like, oh, everything's fine, I just want to give you guys like a cheap dog. Be careful for offers like that seem a little bit too good to be true. But you're going to know in your gut if somebody gives you an offer for like, hey, here, you can only pay this much. You know, I was going to sell this puppy for $250, but you know what? I'm feeling generous. Here's $50. Or like, how about just $50? And here's a puppy. You know, she has all her shots and everything. She might not actually. Okay, so they may be giving you straight up lies and animals that are not healthy or actually didn't have all of their veterinary checkups and immunizations and stuff. Or they're saying they're reputable, but they're actually just like a puppy mill. So yeah, just be very careful. If you end up seeing offers for, you know, for cheaper or whatever from somewhere you haven't normally gone before. So if you decide not to go through rescue, I still think maybe going through rescue might be the better option. Let's get an estimate of when, because I did just see it wasn't necessarily going to be like, I'm getting like near future, but I'm not seeing like next week or next month. Estimate of timing when Pam may be able to get a dog. Really? Well, I said not next month, but I got 2 months perhaps. Maybe you maybe you get like, because we have the star here too, and that's like golden opportunity. Golden opportunity perhaps in the next 2 months, but it could actually be like through a friend or a friend of a friend. Maybe like you have a friend of a friend's dog had a bunch of puppies, and this person is trustworthy, they're good, they just can't take care of all these puppies, and they want to adopt them out or whatever. That's funny. I was like, oh, it won't be next week, it won't be next month, and then Spirit's like 2 months. So maybe in the next couple of months, you'll be able to get some kind of opportunity like that. But yeah, I did see like you will be able to afford it. But yeah, if there's some kind of like charitable energy here, it's going to be through some kind of financial support or somebody perhaps, you know, like I said, maybe through a friend of a friend who just needs these puppies gone because they can't afford to keep them all. But you will have that opportunity. Let's say that. You will have that opportunity. Okay. Alicia was asking if she and her ex were going to get back together. We're just going to jump right into this next one. If they will get back together or any other information that may help. So Alicia and the ex back together. And a card fell out, and I'm going to keep it. Alicia and ex back together. What's Spirit's advice on this? Well, the one that fell out, first of all, is Page of Swords. It is in reverse. Did you guys fight? Like, and I'm not necessarily like big blow up fights, but like nitpicking and, you know, just little things kind of, I'm getting something about like death by 1,000 paper cuts. If you're familiar with that saying. Yeah, okay, you said arguing. Yeah, okay. So not necessarily like blowout fighting. Okay. And you said couple days out now. So does that mean you just recently broke up with this person or just recently ended the relationship? I'm just seeing the issues that were causing, oh, okay. But the issues that were causing like the arguing here, that would need to be resolved. I'm going to just still do more cards. And you know what? I'm feeling guided to do something a little bit different. Like a little, like a mini Celtic cross, okay? If you were to get back with this person, what would it be like? If you were to get back with this person, what would it be like? Okay. Now my deck is not upside down. I do have another reversal. We'll get there. Okay, challenge. I say mini Celtic cross, but it's situation and challenge. And then we'll get a couple more things here. Okay. Situation, Two of Wands, and it is in the reverse. Now, regularly, Two of Wands is looking at your options and making plans for the future, making plans short term, long term. It's just when, yeah, you're coming up with ideas and you're like, well, you know what? Okay, let's try this. Let's just see. Let's try this. But it's in reverse. So it's like in the back of your mind, one or both of you may be wondering, was this the right choice or should I still look at my options? The challenge that I have, the challenge I had was strength. And I asked Spirit, I'm like, okay, well, why is like the strength of the relationship, like why is that going to be so difficult? Well, I clarified it when we got the Seven of Swords. Now, I don't know the reasons why you and this person broke up, but if you don't, I'm just getting from Spirit, if you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship. So I don't know if maybe they did something to break your trust, or you're like questioning their motives or what they were actually doing. If you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship. But let's pull a few more. Yeah, if he's self-centered, I see your comment there. If he's self-centered, do you want to be with somebody who's going to put what they want above what you need? Because healthy relationships are a balance of, okay, you're struggling and I'm okay, so I'm going to use my strength to help you. And then it's like later on, okay, now I'm struggling, but you're okay and you're using your strength to help and support me. It has to be balanced. It has to be equal. Let's see. Do you want to get back together with this person? And I'm not like trying to throw shade or anything like that. I'm just wondering if you do, because I just, again, with this like a lack of trust, do you want to be with somebody that you're always kind of questioning? And it's okay. And I see where you say kind of, and I understand that. And sometimes you can really still love and care about someone, even if the relationship wasn't that good for you. Anytime soon before New Year's, because I know you did, I saw your other comment where you said someone told you that he is coming back. Let's just pull a couple cards on that first. Lovers, and it's in reverse, and the rest of my deck is upright. You have a lot of reversals here. Lovers in reverse. He loves the comforts of a relationship, but not the commitment. He loves what I think, and I'm not saying that he doesn't love you or doesn't have feelings for you, but I don't know if all of his intentions are that pure. Like, he loves what you can do for him. He loves the ways that you can serve him. He loves that you love him. Let's see if we get a timeline of when he might try and ask you out again. Because I do have that feeling he will try and ask you out again, but it's up to you. But let's see if we can get an estimate of when he might try and ask you out. Okay, so 6 of Wands, about in the next like 6 days, so maybe within the next week-ish or so. Sunday today, perhaps next Sunday, Saturday. Let's get advice from Spirit on what is going to be best for you, because I know that you know what's going to be best for you, but it also just helps to get a little bit of the advice from Spirit from like that different higher perspective, or just advice or information for you, because you are 100% free to make whatever choice you want to make here. But I'm just saying, I would rather be with somebody who loved me and not just loved that I loved him. Many years ago in my past, I was with somebody who just loved that I loved him. And it was not fair. And it is hard. I understand that. I see your comment where it is hard. So advice from Spirit. Do you want this coming back into your life? This kind of energy, this, I don't know, maybe you felt trapped or something in the relationship, or just feeling like stuck. Do you want to go back to this, like feeling stuck and feeling perhaps restricted? Maybe this person was a bit controlling even, and was very much, you can do this, you can't do this. Well, I don't like when you do this, so you can't do this. Or do you want to be with somebody who values you and feels deeply for you? I feel as though this person that you were just recently with, again, they liked you, but they maybe saw you as more of a prize or a trophy as opposed to a life companion. Perhaps maybe you'd rather be with somebody that loves you for you just the way that you are, and not for what you can do. Let's see. Let's just get one more card for Alicia. If you got back together, would this person would it still be good? Would this person still be good for you if you got back together? What would they be like? What would their energy be like? No, sweetheart, I even if you do get, I'm going to be really honest with you. I also, with tarot, like, sometimes it means I have to tell people things they really don't want to hear. Even if you were to get back together with this person, he'd act like all the macho, oh, I'm the big provider, I'm the, you know, oh, I'm so lucky, I got the arm candy, I got the hot girlfriend, I got, you know, let me gift you things, let me, you know, like, something about like, let me be the man, let me be in charge. I don't think it would last if you did get back together. I'm sorry, and if that is quite disappointing to you, but 8 of Cups, like, that's leaving, and that's like it maybe lasting, if we were to do timing even, like 8 months together. Sweetie, I just don't think so. Bottom of the deck is 3 of Swords. I think this person is going to break your heart. I know it is hard. It is hard. But I think you're going to be better off without this person. If you were there for a reading I did for like just a few minutes ago where they were kind of waiting on a reply from a person and he was kind of stringing them along, and we had the image of the airplane dropping the dead weight, the box full of rocks, and then the airplane being able to take off and go on to greater, bigger and better things. I feel like it's a very similar energy for you. So it's your choice if you want to get back with this person. Personally, just from what we have in the cards here, I don't see it lasting very long if you did, and I don't see things really changing. The things that were issues when you were together the first time are going to continue to be issues. And again, no trust, no relationship. I think you deserve a lot better. Okay, so that's the message I have for you. It's up to you if you want to get back. If you were like my friend sitting at my house here telling me about this, I honestly would say don't do it. And I say this with love and respect for you. I understand how hard that is and how you feel about him and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm really glad, I just saw your comment. I'm really glad that reading was helpful to you. You deserve better. Okay. We have Brenda had a question as well, and I can't remember. I ought to stop throwing all my cards on the damn floor. But you know what? I don't remember what your question was, Brenda, so while I'm picking up my cards, if you can just go ahead and put it in the chat, that'd be great. I don't know if you guys remember, this would have been like 3 years ago, I think. I did a medium reading for Carrie Fisher. And this is relevant to me throwing all my cards on the floor. I don't remember how many of you watching don't know how many of you watching remember that stream. About 3 years ago, I did medium reading for Carrie Fisher. Like I said, it was live stream. And somebody wanted me to ask her what her feelings were about like Harvey Weinstein and that whole thing. And when I was shuffling, a bunch of cards fell out and I had one fall right into the garbage can. That's ever since then. See, I just lost another one. Ever since then, I trust the cards that fall out, that they actually do have a purpose and a message. I don't know if any of you remember that stream, but it was a fun one. It was a really fun one. And I don't remember what the card ended up actually being, if it was like the devil or if it was like something else, whatever. But the fact that it just flew into the trash, like, mwah, chef's kiss. Just gorgeous, wonderful. So. So yeah, we got so far on the list, Brenda, Alia, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry, please correct me. Susan, Vivian, and Lilith. So What was your question, Brenda? I can't remember if it was just a general reading or if it was something in particular. I'd have to go back through the chat. I'm gonna have some water in the meantime. And while we're just waiting here, I'm gonna do one quick thing. I have to go across the room, so I have to unplug. Just a minute. Get a good view of my stuffed toys over there, my big collection. I'm going to have my laptop open here as well. I'm gonna just make sure I have the chat open on my computer also, because sometimes my phone does silly things. I stream, I do pretty much all of my work here from my phone, but sometimes my phone does silly things and doesn't show the chat always, so I'm gonna just make sure I have a backup here. In the meantime, I did see some of your guys' questions for me in the chat, like what I'm doing for Christmas and stuff. My partner and I are going to some family functions in the next couple days, and then we're gonna have some friends come over after Christmas, and then yeah, just chill and probably just relax and enjoy the holiday and have a good a new year and all that. I have really enjoyed just relaxing lately. I've become a bit more introverted, I guess. I've always been a little bit in between, but when my social battery is done, it's done. And around the holidays, that puts my social battery to the test, kind of pushes it to its limits. So probably be doing a lot of resting. I love being able to just stay home and watch Christmas episodes of the shows that I really like. Or like childhood favorite Christmas episodes and Christmas specials. I watched a video recently on what happened to the puppets from, I think it's a Rudolph, the animated, it's from the 60s and it's stop motion with the puppets and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. And I don't really want to give spoilers, but you know, it was interesting what ended up happening with them. And then I also love from my childhood watching the SpongeBob Christmas episode. It's from like the very first season. I think it's so funny. I watch that every year, and Bob's Burgers has lots of Christmas episodes. The Great North, I think, if I remember correctly, has Christmas episodes too. My very favorite show, Dr. Kat's Professional Therapist, kinda has a Christmas episode. It's called Office Management, and I think it takes place like a few days before Christmas, and it's pretty good too, so I'll probably have that on my watch list. Okay, and it's when I try, because I see chat's not loading or anything on my phone right now, and it's when I try to get my laptop running and get it connected to the stream, that's always when it wants to be very slow. So bear with me. Thank you guys for your patience. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves, or not if you don't want to, that's okay. But I'm curious as to what the rest of you guys are doing for your Christmas plans. In the meantime, I'm going to go back through the chat. Oh, I just see we had a couple new viewers that I missed. Hello to Richard. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm almost ready to go on with this. It's just, this is taking its sweet time. I'm looking off this way because my other screen is this way, so I'm not just like being weird staring. Well, I mean, I probably am, but there's a purpose for it. Okay, let me just go in. This is when I would love to be able to have like a little musical interlude. Okay. It's my lovely rendition of, I don't even know, it's like elevator music or like TV music. Yeah, that's very strange that chat is just not updating or showing up on my phone screen here. I'm just waiting for it to load on my laptop. And I don't even think it's retrograde anymore, so there's like no reason why this should like still be so complicated, but we're bearing with. I did it again. These cards are actually very slippery. I don't know how many of you have the One World Tarot. It's, and I'm not just like saying it's a great deck just because I co-authored it, but like the card stock quality is really good. But the only like challenge I have with it is that it is slippery AF. I have multiple One World Tarots, and once you use the deck enough, it stops being slippery, but this is like a newer one that I had opened, and it's still very slippery. Sorry guys, this is a very big delay. Usually I would not find this kind of a delay to be acceptable, but I need to fix this. There's something going on with the chat. It's not showing up for me. I really need to figure it out and fix it. And my laptop has chosen to just take its sweet time. Which, like, mood, I get that, but if it could just, you know, not be like that when I need it to actually be reliable, that would be great. Anyway, I'm going to go back through the chat and see how many of the questions, like on my list here, I actually can find. Okay, Alia was wondering if they can get a card. They want one card for emotional support. So my apologies, Brenda. I will get to yours as soon as I can read the chat. I just know Alia did want one card for emotional support. So advice for Alia. And I know you said one card, but knowing me, it's probably going to end up being more than one card. Okay, so for Alia, I'm actually getting 3 cards. First thing. Actually, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. So 8 of Cups. There's something you need to walk away from that's not serving you anymore. You may have been emotionally attached to it in the past, but now it's just maybe draining on you. It's just not as good as it used to be. It's just not resonating with you anymore. If you can let that go, whatever that is, you'll be much more satisfied emotionally with our 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is that wish come true, that feeling of just, yeah, I got it all. I'm satisfied. I feel pretty good. You're gonna be gifted. I'm seeing with this Ace of Pentacles, there is something new coming into your life that it is gonna be a gift for you. And maybe it's going to be the push that you need to walk away from whatever this Eight of Cups that you could have been emotionally attached to, but it's just not working for you anymore. Again, with that imagery of the dropping the dead weight and being able to just fly higher and do bigger and better things. That energy has come back, that feeling. So yeah, there's something that's just not serving you, and it's okay to let it go. And then you're going to end up actually feeling much better for it. Oh, summary Christmas messages for Brenda. Okay. I did end up seeing your original comment. This is still not loading or anything properly. So I actually have no idea if you guys are still like even able to see me or hear me. Okay, Christmas messages for Brenda. Christmas message special for Brenda. I did have to scroll back quite far through the chat to find it, but I did find it. Okay, so Brenda's Christmas message. Okay, Nine of Wands. First of all, there's a hang in there message. First and foremost, there's like, I know you're tired, and and this is coming from Spirit. They're like, I see you. We see you. Please don't think that I have forgotten you, because I have not. I see you. I know you're tired. Please hang in there. What else do we got? We also have Justice in the reverse, but I don't think it means that something is not going to be made fair that needs to be made fair. It's just there's something about with this Lovers card, like relying on their support, like from your friends and from your community. Oh, okay. You may be questioning if you're like worthy or not of something in your life working out. And the answer is yes, you are. It may take a little bit of encouragement. And again, like I did say earlier to someone else, we are good just the way we are. We're valid and everything without the validation of others. But I think there are going to be people around you that love you, your family, your friends, your community, that are going to be supporting you and encouraging you to keep fighting for this justice or this resolution that you are looking for. Let's see, what else can we get? Yeah, because it's just like there's this like hang in there. We love you. You're very loved, and we're gonna vouch for you. We got your back. There's this energy of like, I think Spirit has your back, but there are people actually around you that also are there to support you. Somebody's here for you for the long haul, and to know that you're not alone with whatever you're currently dealing with. That you do have long-term help and support. You have a very solid and healthy support system. Okay, this has finally loaded. I'm gonna actually be able to perhaps look at the chat now. Technology is great when it works. My laptop rarely ever works. I mean, I could stream in my office with my big PC, but it's very echoey in there, and I get better lighting and stuff out here in this room. Okay. Just one last little thing for Brenda's Christmas message, and let's see what we get. Okay, again with this, like, keep fighting the good fight, but there's something here with this throat chakra. Yeah, I just keep seeing, like, people supporting you and agreeing with you and, like, verbally expressing their approval and their agreement and their appreciation for whatever it is here that you're doing. And yeah, with like not backing down and to just keep using your voice and to keep speaking up. Oh, here we go. I finally am getting access to the chat. Okay, I have a lot to catch up on, but bottom of the deck for you, Brenda, for your Christmas message. The things, your hard work is paying off. It's coming to fruition with our Seven of Pentacles. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long process, but it's going to be beautiful. And you have, and it's like with the help and the support of your friends and the people around you. I love this for you. This is good. Okay. Now I can actually go back through the chat and catch up. Let's see. Alicia says, I'll take your advice, Mom. Are you calling me Mom? That's very sweet. I'm only 29, but if you want to call me Mom, that's okay. I always kind of think of myself as like a sister, you know, to other women and girls, and well, I guess not just women and girls, but, you know, to other people that I support and try to help, like through my tarot readings. Aw. Or maybe you're calling somebody in the chat like Mom or something. That's very sweet. That's still very cute. Okay. Richard's asked if I'm accepting questions. I am. I just was having trouble reading the chat up until now. Jonathan's asking, do you remember your dreams? Yes, I do, for the most part. Not every night, it depends, but I do, for the most part, remember them. I used to keep a dream journal about 10 years ago, and I want to start doing it again. I kept it for a couple of years, and it was actually amazing finding out like the different patterns of things that were happening in my life, and then the way my subconscious was processing and understanding the things that were going on around me at that time. And I was getting all kinds of spiritual messages and wisdom and stuff, and that's actually what helped me get onto this path of like tarot and things like that, deepening my spiritual connection and getting the messages that way. Oh, I see a lot of you guys talking about your Christmas plans. You like, some of you are watching Netflix. Vivian saying she likes Search Party and Bored to Death. I haven't watched those, but I've heard they're good on HBO. Brenda loves A Christmas Carol and Wizard of Oz. I liked, when I was growing up, we watched the Muppets Christmas Carol with like Gonzo and Rizzo, and that is a classic, and I love that one. Gonzo was always my favorite. He was just so weird and unusual, and I felt like I could relate to him on a very deep level ever since I was young. And his fascination for chickens. I don't know why that just tickled me. So Lilith says she can't wait for Nosferatu to come out. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Okay, and then Princess KK is also looking for a general reading. All right, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and then Kenai wanted 1 as well. It's 5 people. Richard wanted 1. That's 6 people. Just catching up on all these comments here. Yes, and Amelda as well. Okay. White Christmas and Gone with the Wind. I'm old school, says Princess KK. Those are very old movies. Okay, and then Reena. Ooh. Reena, that was a really good question. I like what you're asking here. So I'll do yours as well. And then Capricorn for, right. Lilith says, I definitely embody Empress vibes. Aw, thank you. Princess KK says, I got called Auntie. It was very sweet. Carter says, you like my lip color? Thank you. It's a shade of brown. It is actually not even any fancy makeup. It is, I got it at the drugstore, and it is called Super Stay Matte Ink. And I don't remember if it's Revlon or Maybelline or what, but Super Stay was the brand, whatever it is, the brand name, Super Stay. Okay, so I'm going to actually close the queue now. So we have Susan, Vivian, Lilith, Princess KK, Kenai 89, Richard, Amelda, Reena, and Car with the Capricorn message. So that's 9. And I'm going to have to draw a hard line there. Otherwise, we would be here all week on a week-long stream, which does sound like a fun idea, but I do have other jobs that I need to get done with my business and all that. But anyway, okay. So, Susan, if you are still in the chat, was it a general reading or was it something specific? And so those of you who are on my list, so that's Susan, Vivian, Lilith, Princess KK. We have Foma in the chat. And they said something in Russian that doesn't necessarily mean they're spamming. It's just I haven't studied Russian in a while, and I would have trouble translating what they were trying to say. Okay, Susan says general reading, but I'm flexible. Okay. Oh, they're not blocked. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's okay. I just, I want to be able to still interact with Foma in the chat, but it's been such a long time since I've studied Russian that I'm sorry. It would take me a while to actually be able to read it, process it, say it back. But I do just want to say spasiba. Thank you for subscribing. Spasiba. Or for watching, subscribing. If you did subscribe, extra spasiba, but. Let's see. Amelda says, I'm impressed. I'm impressed you even knew what language that was. That's Cyrillic. Cyrillic is pretty recognizable once you learn how to read it. I just assumed Russian because they use their Cyrillic alphabet. All right, Susan. Let's see. Spirit, what do you want to tell Susan? What is the message you have for her? Message for Susan. Okay. So I've got, first of all, Page of Swords and Five of Swords. And the mental image that I have is that of somebody pruning like a tree or like it's a fancy, a topiary, where it's fancy and it's art, but they got to prune the dead, you know, sometimes you get like the dead leaves and just, or like a rotted little branch or something. You have to trim those off. And so I'm seeing here, with whatever your situation is right now, I'm hearing like, don't sweat it. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff either, I guess. But don't sweat the petty stuff is what I heard. Don't worry about what's not serving you anymore in this situation. It is okay to snip, snip, snip. So whatever that is, if that's like maybe a person or their influence that's not very helpful, I'm seeing it's for the best, for the long-term growth. And again, with the topiary gardening imagery, because when, yeah, okay. And I'm also just being shown just like a regular tree. When a branch is diseased, the tree can't really grow that well. And the diseased part, it will just spread and spread until the entire tree is compromised and just can't really function, can't really grow anymore. It's okay to cut off the diseased branch or the, you know, the dead twigs or the rotting fruit or whatever it is on your tree that's not, it's just not serving anymore. Don't feel bad about cutting that off. Don't feel bad. That's what I'm really getting here is, don't feel bad about having to prune certain aspects of your life, certain little things that have to kind of do with what's going on in your situation right now. Oop, I bumped my camera. We have here the Six of Swords. This is going from chaos to calm. Going from like worry to, well, from worried, and I'm getting worried to assured. Going from, I'm being shown something else here. Another image I'm being shown is a haircut. So maybe you are literally getting a haircut. I don't know. But when your hair is really damaged, it spends a lot more of like its energy trying to fix itself instead of growing something new. And I'm just seeing there's a need for like, it's like a spiritual or an energetic like haircut. Again, also with the trimming, the topiary and pruning and stuff like that. We maybe become, and actually, okay, here. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself that might help to illustrate this point. Okay, so for those of you who have watched my channel over the years, I used to have very, very long hair. Like past my boobs. Like at one point it was to my tailbone. But it wasn't very healthy. Excuse me. It was damaged. It was full of split ends. It was dry. I wasn't taking care of it properly. And so it was long, but like there was the quantity, but the quality wasn't there. Eventually, after, you know, I try, I'll try dyeing it. Oh, I'll trim it and then dye it. Oh, I don't like the dye. We'll strip it out. That damaged it even more. I finally chopped it all off. And now it's actually growing. And excuse me, it does seem to be growing in a lot healthier than it was when it was just long but scraggly, right? But I was so attached to what it meant to have long hair. And I thought, well, having it long but damaged is better than not having it long at all. And then I finally took that step to get everything chopped off, and I realized how much better I feel now that all the damaged, dead, gross stuff, dried up stuff is chopped off. And I don't feel bad about it anymore. And I thought I'd be really sad, and I thought I would miss that aspect of my life, but I don't. And I think a similar thing is happening here for you, but it's more spiritually, energetically. So yeah, something that has just not been sitting right with you for a while, and maybe you were worried about like disappointing others by removing whatever element it was from your life, or you were worried that you were going to be made to feel guilty or something like that. Spirit's saying, don't feel bad about it. It's for the best. Do the chop, whether that's actually your hair or a tree or whatever. I feel as though this was more metaphorical or figurative, but do that chop. Don't feel bad about it. It's for the best, and it's gonna, whatever it is in your life that you want, that's growing, it's going to actually grow much stronger and much healthier, and you may actually have a better outcome than you would have figured or would have thought if you hadn't made the choice to either remove these things from your life or remove yourself from these kind of things, situations, people, whatever. Okay, so that is the message that I have for you, Susan. I really hope that it was helpful. Next, we're going to move on to Vivian. And Vivian, what was your question? Because in the chat, in the queue right now, I have Vivian, Lilith, Princess KK, Kenai 89, Richard, Amelda, Reena, and Kaur. So, I'm going to have a drink of water. Vivian, if you can just put your question in the chat one more time, that would be fantastic. And then we'll get right into it. Oh, general reading. Okay. Okay, general reading for Vivian. Spirit, what do you want Vivian to know right now? What is important for her to hear right now? General message. You can probably hear my chair creaking. Okay. I'm seeing something interesting for you, Vivian. I'm seeing something here about it's okay to accept help. Now, these are pentacles, so this could be financial. But somebody does want to like bless you and support you and help you in perhaps a material or a financial type of way. And Spirit saying it's okay. It's okay to accept people's kindness in this situation for you. Spirit saying it's okay. That's all right. Because whatever it is, like if you accept the help from, or it doesn't even need to be somebody like giving you money. Perhaps you apply for some kind of a social program or some kind of funding or whatever. That is what's going to help you to start something new. Like I'm seeing there's some kind of like a new project or some kind of a new creative work. Like you could actually be making something or trying to start something new. And yeah, it's like you just need that little bit of help to get off the ground, and Spirit's encouraging you. Like it's okay to get that little bit of help. You don't have to do all of it all by yourself. At least just for the first little bit. There's, get the rough, something about like starting off with in kind of a rough patch. It is okay to seek support while you figure things out for the first few stages of, again, whatever it is here that you're working on. Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to start a business. Sometimes people have the money right out of the gate to just start one. And sometimes they need a little bit of help, right? A little bit of financial help, or need help with marketing, or need help with something. And something to get them kind of through that first stressful little chapter of starting that business. And then eventually it takes off and you're able to be like, okay, you know what? I can take it from here. Thank you so much for the support that you're giving me. You know, let me know if there's anything I can do for you, but now I can do this. And there's like an independent kind of energy here. And I just saw your comment where you're like, yeah, I have plans, but I need the funds. So yeah, I think there is somebody is going to be able to help you. Let's get a little more, excuse me, a little more info on that. Oh, well, I had 6 of Wands fall out. There's success here, victory in whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah, with the independent energy, like I'm also seeing something about like women owned and operated. So, I mean, if you are starting a business, there could be some sort of like, notoriety isn't quite the right word, but it's like, hey, we're going to support this woman owned and operated independent. Like, we're going to support her. Let's get more advice here. So I love seeing that there is the opportunity here to get some help to get off the ground. What else do we got? A fuzz from my sweater was just floating like right in front of my face. Let's see. I like this. Okay. This is looking good. Okay, long term. I actually heard something about long-term investments. So I don't know, maybe if that's something that you are doing or interested in doing, something about investments. But yeah, like it does pay off over the long term. Right now, where, you know, when you're starting out and you do need that extra help, we did see where you'd be able to take it from there and be independent, and it does pay off. Okay. I have that 7 of Pentacles, that's more long-term investment. And then we have for 3 of Wands, that's short-term. And I'm getting with this Lovers card, excuse me, it's that Beatles song, I get by with a little help from my friends. That I don't want to sing it because I don't want to risk getting DMCA'd or, you know, copyrighted or whatever by YouTube. Because sometimes they're okay with people singing just a, you know, little thing, and sometimes they're not. But yeah, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yeah, you know the song. Okay. They're going to be able to sort of help you to manifest something that you're looking for in the short term, but eventually you will have the tools and the finances and the resources you need for long-term success. And I do, on the bottom of the deck, have the 9 of Pentacles. This girl's living her best life. She's secure. She's self-sufficient. She's doing her own thing. She's taking care of herself, and she has everything she needs. And I feel that this is going to be you. Excuse me. Yeah, so don't feel bad about accepting help or support or applying for funding or whatever it is. Yep. And then there's just 8 of Pentacles, like you're going to be able to keep busy and be able to keep doing whatever it is here that you want to do. Yeah, so it's okay if you need a little bit of support at first, but I mean, we're put on this earth really to help and support each other, I think. So it's okay. A little bit of support, and then you're able to just go from there. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you too. Okay, so next I have Lilith. And what was your question, Lilith? Oh, Vivian, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. And also thank you to my moderators. You guys are all doing a fantastic job. I realize, like, the chat, we've been busy on the stream this time. Like, we have 29 thumbs up, 12 people watching right now. We had so many people just in the chat, in and out. Some were trolls and, you know, whatever. But, like, I'm really grateful. I have great moderators who are just on top of all of this. I appreciate it. Okay, so Lilith, what was your question? If it was general or if it was something specific.
An update or general? Oh yeah, because last week we did see where the message was like, it's time. This thing that you've been waiting for is gonna happen. It's time. So let's get an update on that. And it did, and it was about love too, because I remember we did lots of readings on that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get an update for Lilith and the special someone. I'm getting that. Is it Finding Nemo? And I think it is. And the starfish unpeels herself from the thing. She's like, today's the day. That's what's coming into my mind. Okay. We had one fall out and we're going to keep it. Okay, interesting. Because I remember reading on this thing for you in the past. We got that, if I remember correctly, that this mystery man, he was going through a lot of stuff right now, or like at that time, excuse me, and I think there was like some kind of like a heartbreak or something that he was dealing with that was quite severe to him, and so he wasn't ready to open his heart again at that time. I'm gonna have some water, hang on. And I had the death card fly out, transformation, and I'm like, okay, so what is it that's transforming with this person? Two of Cups, he's ready to open his heart now. Yeah, he's ready to open up his heart again. Page of Cups, ready to like dip his toe in the dating pool. And it is like building up the confidence and the bravery to get back out there. He's done a lot of inner work. Oh, like ever since we first did get that message for you. 9 of Cups, where it's like he knows now that whatever happens, like okay, here's what Spirit's telling me that he's thinking. Okay. Well, I'm going to try. And whether it works out and I find the person that I marry, or whether I find that permanent fixture in my life, or I don't, I know I'm okay. And I know that I have a fulfilling life. I know that I have a meaningful life. I know that the love in my heart can still be shared, even if I am not meant to share it in a romantic way. So he has come to accept that he doesn't need a relationship, but that he still wants to go out there and try. And I think he's let go of that attachment to like having a forever partner or a wife or a common law spouse or whatever. Like he's let go of that attachment to having that in his life being what makes his life meaningful and makes the love in his heart meaningful. And then it was when he came to this realization with the Justice card, that's when the energy shifted. And that's why last week you started getting that it's time. Because now, oop, that was loud. He's done his inner work and he now is feeling like he's brave enough to start again. And I love that Spirit was able to like give us a little insight on what was going on in his mind there. So now, and actually this puts him and it'll put you guys both, excuse me, in a better position. Because when you're with someone because they want you, as opposed to because they need you, it feels different. It takes some pressure off of you. And you know that they're with you because they love you, not because they just need to be with somebody. All right, so let's see. We got the whole process in the prior readings. Yeah, I guess we did, didn't we? Let's see if there's anything else to know for Lilith. Okay, Empress. Ooh. Empress. and Magician, you're manifesting. So you can take this in a couple different ways. Should you someday wish to have a child and be a mom with this Empress, I am seeing that you can manifest it and be able to have that in this relationship. If you're not, that's okay. But if you're looking to manifest like a marriage partner, because this Empress, she's also a wife. And it's, I love this. Like you'll still be able to manifest it, but what I love is that there's no head of the household. It's both of you together. I'm being... Okay, I don't know how many of you guys have seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It was a family favorite movie in my family. And the main character's mother is giving her marriage advice, and she says, men are the head of the household, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the head any way she wants. It's not even like that. It's you're making joint decisions together. You're not two halves of a whole. You are two whole people who come together to create something even bigger. And I love this. This is what you're going to be able to manifest. So yeah, whether it's marriage or children or just that forever permanent partnership, that is what you're, like Spirit's saying, like, I don't use this word very often, but like you're entitled to it, basically. That it's like, this is meant for you to have, this is meant to happen for you. Romantic offer, perhaps within the next 9 months or so. Ooh, and that could all be another thing with that Empress, because, I mean, we know generally how long it takes for a baby to form. It's usually about 9 months. And we have 9 of Cups. Cups are months. Romantic, perhaps a romantic offer in the next 9 months. And then look at on the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. And I remember that was like the first card you got in that reading we did last week for you. And that was like, it's time. Yeah, actually there are a lot of 9s here. Well, yeah, 9 of Cups with the 9 months, the Empress, and the, you know, the takes 9 months to bake a baby. Well, bake, you know what I mean. It's like, oh, this is just a beautiful process for you. I love it. And it's just, it's like you're both going to just let it flow naturally. Nothing needs to be forced. You'll both know how you feel about each other. I'm just shuffling now. We have Temperance, again, with the, just going with the flow. There's no need to, and because you have accepted in the past, like that there was no need to rush a relationship. Now he's accepted it. You're going to come together, and it's going to be this beautiful divine timing. So I love that. Okay, and then next we had Princess KK. Yeah, relationships that develop organically. I like what you say there, Lilith. I'm always losing cards. Honestly, it's just, I guess it's just part and parcel with what we do on my channel. I do see a few new people in the chat. Hello and welcome to the stream. But yeah, we did end up making a queue, didn't we, for readings, and the queue is closed. But I come back every week, and I'm thinking Sundays now. I was streaming on Saturdays, but I have been enjoying Sunday streams. So I think that's what we're gonna do, is I will come back on Sunday, next Sunday. But anyway, next we have Princess KK. And I'm just waiting to see if that was a general reading or if there was something specific there for you. Like if you had a specific question. going to have some water in the meantime. General reading. Okay. General reading. Or any news on love. Okay. General reading and spirit, if there's any news for love for Princess KK, can you please send a message like that through as well? Three of Cups, first of all. Good friendships surrounding you. We're going to go more into that in a minute, but... So anyways, yeah, surrounded by good friends, good company. Yeah, and some of this too could be with the holiday because I'm seeing like tasty drinks. I'm seeing like there's, depending on your preference, I'm seeing a wine glass and like laughter and the word mirth, which is really weird because that is not a word I use in my vocabulary, but mirth, friendship, love, laughter, mirth, good wine. Good meals. Let's see what else. There's something that you're right now working on and trying to accomplish. You have like support and collaboration with the Three of Pentacles, but with our High Priestess, I'm seeing there's like a spiritual push that it's going to help with the progress of what it is that you're trying to accomplish right now. Yeah, spiritual push. Let's learn more about this push. In what area is it? Okay, so something that you've been standing your ground on and not backing down on, and where before you maybe were disappointed with the outcome or just not getting the answer that you needed, or you know, you're let's say with the defending yourself, like whoever it was, they're just trying to brush you off or ignore you or whatever. Spirit's going to come in and give a bit of a divine push to make things actually start happening for you. Let's see. Don't take this the wrong way, okay? What I'm about to say, but Spirit is saying, the bitch strikes back. And it's not saying that you're a bitch. It's just in this conflict with whoever it is you've been in conflict with, they maybe are being like, oh, she's such a, oh, she's just bitching. I'm just going to ignore her and she'll go away. No, the bitch fights back. The bitch strikes back, fights back, whatever. You're not, yeah, you're not letting people get away with, you're not letting people get away with stealing from you or hurting you or breaking your trust. They've realized that they can't, like they can't push you around. That you're stronger. You're actually much stronger willed than they are. And let's see what the outcome of this is going to be now. Ooh, okay. So bottom of the deck, energy moving very quickly in this situation. If you, excuse me, if you haven't been seeing much progress with it lately, you will start to see progress. Somebody very important with this Empress is going to reach out to you. And they're going to be like, actually, I think there are two important people that are going to reach out to you. And like they're going to listen to you and what your concerns are. And I'm also just hearing like, oh my God, I am so sorry for the delay. Like, oh, we are so sorry for the inconvenience and the problems that this has caused you. Yeah, and we got the Magician here. It's like that outcome that you want for this situation. Like, it is going to happen. Because you didn't back down, and you kept standing up for yourself, and you kept fighting for what was right, and you kept fighting for what was going to be fair to you. Because whatever happened to you was very unfair. And that person or the people who did that were just, you know, trying to discredit you and be like, oh, it was not as big as she's making it out to be, when actually it was. And you're standing up for yourself, and now two very important people that have to do with that situation see this, and they're going to respond to you. And like I said, they're going to be like, oh my God, I am so sorry for all of the issues that this has caused you. And I love that spiritual kick in the butt that situation needed to keep moving. Let's see if we can get just a little timing estimate on maybe when we'll see when these two very important people are going to get a hold of you. Actually, it could be like very, very soon. We have 3 of Wands, could be in the next few days. Now, I mean, it is holiday time, so it could be in the next few business days. So it may not be, today's the 22nd, so it may not be like on Christmas Day, but it could be within like the next few business days that they're operating, or whoever these people are will get a hold of you. Yeah, we have the Devil and the Emperor. We have like, there's something about, we don't tolerate that within our community. We don't tolerate that here. Whatever it is that happened to you, they're like, we do not tolerate that here. Like, that is not what we represent. So they're going to, I do see that. They're going to try and make it up to you and really make it known that they appreciate you. Anything about love? I don't know, I didn't get really, I guess the love messages, it was like the good friends and the mirth and the happiness. Is there anything about love for Princess KK? Can we get one card about love? It will come. There will be new love. Something new. New connection. Now this is up to you. This is a wand, okay? Suit of fire and passion, and it's a wand. Maybe it starts with like you link up with someone. I don't know, maybe you go to a holiday party and really hit it off with somebody, and one thing leads to another. If that's something that you want, if not, no worries. Spirit is just saying, though, there is something new coming for you. There's new passion there, and aces are yeses. So it's like, yeah, there is love coming for you. But I think right now Spirit's more concerned about you having your needs being met and the situation being made fair. Okay, and then Kenai 89, we're going to move on to the next reading. So Princess KK, I really hope that was helpful to you. So we're going to move on to Kenai 89, and they were asking, I did see their comment here somewhere. I'm just going to go back and check. If I can find the message. Okay, yeah, Key99 says, I want to know if a top director of my client company has authorized the payment for me or not, or will she? Okay. Top director of Kenai's client company, has she authorized the payment or not? Or will she even? Let's see. As of today, December 22nd, 2024. I mean, I have the Sun card. She's looking at it. There's also something like shining a light on something. So I get the feeling like you are next in the queue. That there was a wait list or something, and now you are at the top of it, and like kind of as of today, she has the freedom to look at that for you. Let's see. Has she authorized the payment? I have 9 of Pentacles. There's money and security here. And I'm seeing like it was after quite a delay, after at least 4 months of delay here. Empress. I get like CEO energy, again with like a very important like big boss energy. No, Car, I didn't skip you. You are on my list. You're just not yet. But yeah, okay, big boss energy, authorized payments. You're at the top of her queue now. So, okay, Kenai's asking, when do I get the final good news? Is it going to be this year or next year? Do you mean this year, like the last few days of 2024, or do you mean 2025? Okay, so let's see. Will you get that news, the confirmation within the last week or so here of 2024? I think it might take a little longer. So let's take a look for 2025. Oh, backwards. Perhaps within the first, 2 of Swords is 2 weeks, so perhaps within the first 2 weeks of 2025, you might get, there's that 6 of Pentacles where, I don't know if it's the entire amount, but you, like, there is something. Something is being, like, affirmed, and, like, you offered something to them, so they're able, quite a while ago, so they're finally able to offer something back to you, and I feel that could be in the first 2 weeks of the new year. So best wishes. I really, really hope that you get what it is that you're wanting and hoping for out of the situation. And let me know if it happens. I didn't see a 7 of Swords lying. I didn't see a devil corruption. You know, we got those pentacles. We got the, like, it'll be a little while, but, you know, might get, yeah. You might get that good news maybe sooner than you think, but it's not going to be like in 2024. Okay, and then we have Richard. Richard, if you're still in the chat, what was your question? Or was it a general reading, a general thing? And in the meantime, I will scroll back up. We'll see. Let's see if Richard's still in the chat here. And I see so many new people that are joining, and we're like right on the tail end of the stream. But do know, if you subscribe and hit the notifications bell, you might have to go into your settings to toggle which notifications that you get from my channel, but you will know when I come back to do another stream, or I'm always doing pick a card videos and like collective readings and stuff like that. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Like that helps me to grow. And the more my channel grows, the more people I'm able to reach and help with the spiritual messages and being able to help pass along that divine information to you guys. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find Richard's initial comment here. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the question. I'm going to go back down here. Was it a general reading, Richard, if you're still in the chat here? Or was it something specific? I know I saw your comment in the chat earlier, and I can't remember exactly what it was that you'd said. So let's see. I'm going to scroll not all the way back up, but quite a ways up. Let's see. No, I'm not seeing it. So if you haven't already done so, if you can put it back in the chat again, that would be really helpful to me. And then I could get to your reading much quicker. Yes, okay, I am taking question. What is your question? I was looking for your question, but you just put it back in the chat and then we'll read on it. What was your question? Oh, he wants a week's message, general reading. Thank you, Amelda. Okay, so like a message for the week coming up, like for you to know for the coming week? Because we can absolutely do that. That's not a problem at all. Whoa. So we'll look at that. A message for the coming week for Richard. It's not often I get a lot of like men on my stream, so it's nice to see more guys showing up. And obviously I appreciate everybody that shows up no matter what your gender is. Not important, but it is just kind of cool seeing men take an interest in tarot and stuff. Someone in the chat is asking if these are playing cards. These are tarot cards. They're not the same as playing cards. You can actually go to other videos on my channel for more information on what tarot is and how it's used and what you can use it for. Okay, so for Richard, message general reading for the week for Richard. Okay. Okay, interesting. Now I'm just going to do a quick thing. Just a moment here. Okay. All right. So we have Hermit and Nine of Swords. My chair is creaking again, but we got Hermit and Nine of Swords. There is something about finding peace in being by yourself, solace instead of solitary. Yeah, I'm seeing something about instead of solitary confinement, it's becoming solace and comfort and being able to kind of recharge your batteries, spending some time alone. There's also something about taking a little bit of time out for yourself to help you. This Nine of Swords, this is anxiety. Generally, anxiety, fear, things that are kind of like eating at you mentally or emotionally. Yeah, taking some time out for yourself to get some rest and to relax a little bit and to maybe help you to process whatever is going on here with this anxiety, this Nine of Swords. I'm seeing Six of Cups, inner child. So I love that we're getting another inner child message on this stream. Inner child. Your inner child had something stolen from him. Could be material, could be more personal or emotional, spiritual, but he was robbed of something when he was very young. Your inner child, robbed of something at a very young age. And I see that this has, I'm sure, caused you a lot of suffering over the years. And stuff that even today still sometimes comes up and hurts or still sort of comes up and bothers. And we have here the Strength card. So I don't know if you were there at the beginning of the stream when another person got a Christmas message to take care of their inner child and to revisit the inner child and to speak to them. I feel as though this is something Spirit is strongly encouraging you to do as well. Think about the wisdom that you have now and what you've learned as you've gotten older, and what would you say to your inner child? What would you say to that little boy that had whatever it was taken from him? How would you comfort him? What would you tell him that you wish you had been told back then? And it can be something as simple as, I believe you, or that was not your fault, or you didn't deserve that. You don't have to suffer anymore. Whatever it was that happened in your early years to your child self, if it's coming back up all of a sudden now, it's because it's time to be processed, and it's because you are ready. You're in a stronger position now where you are ready to go back and examine that and work on that inner child healing, that past healing. Yeah. Because you have the compassion in your heart now that your younger self really, really needed back then. You're able to provide that to him now. So that may be a recurring theme over the coming week, perhaps, is that inner child healing and processing of trauma and processing of pain, because I do see Three of Swords. I see this was extremely, whatever it was extremely painful. It was extremely difficult. And it could have been extremely hard to talk about. And maybe depending on what happened, I could understand that being sometimes something really bad happens in our childhood, and we don't realize until we are adults how messed up it was. And then once we realize that when we're older, then we're able to start the healing process. So let's get one more piece of advice here for Richard. For his coming week, there are those healing inner child themes of processing and releasing trauma and pain. Any advice for Richard? You're strong, you are grown, you are strong now. You can protect that little boy, that inner child self. You can protect yourself. You go to that inner child, little you, and you say, I got you. I can protect you. Don't worry, we are safe. You are safe with me. I will protect you. Whatever it was that hurt you back then cannot hurt you anymore. That was another thing Spirit wants you to know. Whatever it was that happened when you were a young kid, it's not going to happen to you again. It can't happen to you again. And I'm seeing this going back to this creative and charismatic and silly and fun child self. And getting back. It's you're taking back that part of you that was stolen from you. You're taking it back, and you're taking back your power, and you're taking back that self-love that just maybe perhaps you felt you'd been missing. Oh, Barbecue One, you're precious. You're so cute. Even Satan himself disguises himself as an angel of light. I mean, Satan disguises himself as Kenneth Copeland and Joel Osteen, so I'll stop my witchcraft when you stop your bitchcraft. How about that? Thanks for driving up engagement on my channel by commenting on my stream, though. I appreciate that. God bless, because I know he's blessed me plenty. Lilith, you're right back to the pit you came from. But yeah, Richard, that is the message I have for you, okay? And I really hope that was helpful. I'm going to just go grab something really quick. And we'll be right back because we have Amelda, Reena, and Kaur are the last three. And yeah, I'll be right back. I just got to plug something in. let's see, where should I plug this? All right. Okay. We're back. All right. Oh, geez, I did not realize you guys were... There's like about a 10 or 15 second delay, so I'm like scooting. I had to plug in my computer, and I'm like scooting the couch a little closer, and you guys just get a good view of my butt right there. It's not the kind of stream I was going for. All right. Okay, so next we had Amelda, and Amelda was looking for a general reading. Was it? Whoops. I'm looking all the way over here because I had to scoot my... Yeah, general reading, okay. General reading for Amelda. What is Amelda's message, Spirit? What do you have for Amelda? What's going to be best for her to know right now? I'm playing 78 pickup. All right, Spirit has a lot of messages for you, apparently. I think there's a lot of stuff happening. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. There's a lot of stuff happening for you. I'm going to actually pick out of the ones that all fell out. Okay. What's going on for Amelda? Ooh, okay, all right. I'm seeing slowly but surely transformation taking place. We don't need to be afraid of the death card. And I think you already know that by now. But for those of you who are new to the stream and are new to how tarot cards work, you know, a lot of times, oh no, scary death card. No, it's not scary. It's just transformation. Something in your life that is all done, doesn't need to, you know, be there anymore, is falling away so that something else can happen and take place. Like, you can think of it even as a growth spurt. Sorry, I'm just like double checking the chat here. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, think of it as like a growth spurt for those who are maybe afraid of the death card, where think of it as like, okay, this is going to sound really weird, but think of it as like going through puberty, where you start off as like you're a little kid, and you're very sweet, you're very cute, and you're very little, and you're, aw, you got the chubby baby face and the baby voice, and then you all of a sudden, you hit a certain age, and all of a sudden you're taller, you're smellier, your voice is different. Sometimes that is very jarring. Or let's say you are, you know, an adult, you've adjusted to your adult body, and then all of a sudden, boom, menopause, like the next like big cycle change. It's like, you don't need to be afraid of that. It's just a natural transition. It just happens to be a really big one. Oh, didn't have my mic plugged in. Were you guys able to hear me? Anyway, slowly but surely, big transformation for Amelda. We also have okay, we got Queen of Wands. This is like trust in your abilities to get things done. Trust in your capabilities, because it's like I'm getting here the messages you are capable. There is like independence here. It's like you are able to take care of yourself. You're stronger than you think. You're also like you're a better creator than you give yourself credit for. So that, you know, could be maybe you're an artist, or you do actually have these creative works, and you criticize yourself. It's like, no, you're better than you give yourself credit for. Perhaps it also means like a better parent than you give yourself credit for, because I mean, parents, if you birthed a child or made a child, like, you're a creator, you created a human being, right? You're a better creator than you thought. You're like a better mom than you're giving yourself credit for. You're a better provider, a better caregiver than you're giving yourself credit for. But yeah, just a better creator than you think you are. All right, so let's see what else for Amelda. Yeah, okay, I see where it's been turbulent. I'm getting the word episode. So perhaps it was like an anxiety spiral or something, and but Spirit's saying it's okay, you're getting through it. You're stronger than you think. You're so much more capable than you think, you know, than getting through these things. Oh, Empress, again, there's the mom message. Being a better creator than you think you are, a better mom than you think you are. We are our own worst critic almost all the time. Like, really, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, we are our own worst critic. And Spirit's like, no. Like, you're doing so much better than you give yourself credit for. But it's okay. Like, your feelings are 100% valid, and your struggles, your anxieties, whatever it is, it's totally valid. It is part of human life on Earth. But you're doing a better job than you think you're doing. Okay. Oh, I see I have to look all the way over here for your comment. Anxiety with your son, should be getting a court hearing date soon. For him, not you. Okay, yeah. If you're getting, with this Page of Swords, actually, I'm kind of seeing intrusive thoughts, but it's not like devil, so it's not something that's eating at you and causing you significant harm. But you may get the thoughts, oh no, what did I do to make this happen? What could I have done wrong? Like, or what could I have done differently? What could I have done better? And Spirit's like, just disregard those thoughts. It's like, this is your anxiety. It's fooling you, literally, with that Fool card. It's like your anxiety is trying to fool you. Just, it's okay. It's okay. So let's see. Yeah, and I see your chat. Yes, I've been dealing with it better than I expected myself to, leaving it in God's hands. And do you remember, I think we got this in a reading for you before, where it's like every time that you end up dealing with this thing or this pain or whatever, you end up getting through it and handling it and going through it much better each time, like better than the last. I feel like that still applies to you. Yep, 9 of Wands. Right now it's maybe a bit of a struggle, but Spirit's saying it's okay. Good things are coming. Like I'm getting the image of like a big, there's been a big storm and then the clouds sort of clear up and the sun comes out and then you start hearing birds tweeting. Deep, 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 deep. And it's almost like when you hear those birds singing, it's like, okay, that means it's over. The storm is over. And I'm actually now being reminded of like Noah's Ark, where the bird brings back the leaf or the branch or whatever, the twig from the olive tree. And it shows, like, that was to show like the worst of it is over. The flood's over. Now there's something better. You guys held out for a long time and now like the good is coming. I get that image too. So the best is yet to come. It's getting better. The best is yet to come. So best wishes for you. Best wishes for your son. I hope everything turns out okay. And, may God continue to protect you and provide for you and protect your son and provide for him. But yeah, it will get better. Okay, and then next I have Reena, and I'm going to go back and find Reena's question. Reena. Just a second, guys. Reena, Reena, where is your question? That's my song for you guys. Because I remember Reena had like it was very specific. I'm gonna go back up and try and find it. Okay, I'm looking for guidance on how to strengthen my connection with someone special. What steps can I take to encourage him to pursue me more actively? So let's see. Is there anything that Reena can do to make her person of interest, pursue her a little more? Okay, so let's see. First thing I'm hearing from Spirit is confidence is key. You act like you don't need the person, but you're still, if you're in regular contact with them, like when I say you act like you don't need them, it doesn't mean you just ignore them and be rude or whatever, but you don't have that desperation. And I feel like that is not part of your energy. Like you're not desperate. But it's just, there's something about like playing it cool and being like, no, I'm talking to you because I like you and because I want to, not because I need someone to talk to. Okay. There, Ten of Swords, there is releasing your attachment to Two of Wands. There's like this waiting. I'm getting the, what's it called? And those old houses, especially on the coast, Widow's Walk, where, in the olden days, the women would go, she'd go stand out on the Widow's Walk and watch for the boats to come in and see, oh, is he back yet? Is he back yet? And there's just this feeling of like torturing oneself by every day going and being like, oh, is it happening yet? Is he back yet? Is he coming home? Or is he coming to me? It's letting go of this attachment to that waiting. I also have here, again, with that confidence is key and being respectful, but again, acting like you don't need anyone, but that like they're an option because you want them, not because you need them, right? I have King of Wands and Emperor. I do feel that King of Wands is the person of interest to you. He's gonna really like it. I don't know if you're gonna start playing like hard to get or just sorta making yourself less immediately available to him. Like, maybe he texts you and instead of immediately jumping on and replying, like maybe you give it 20 minutes and then you reply. Or you're like, oh, sorry, I was busy doing, whatever. But making it seem like you're not just waiting by the phone and like you're not just gonna at every single beck and call just immediately be right there. I do pick up that you're a very loyal person. I do pick up golden retriever energy for you, like, and it's good though, because it just shows like you are very caring. You are willing to, excuse me, get the hiccups in the middle of a reading apparently. But like, you're very caring. You are willing to get back to people right away who mean a lot to you. You are willing to, you know, what is the word? Prioritize people, sometimes over your own wants. But make sure you're not prioritizing other people's wants over your own needs. Okay. So like, if you need to sleep and he's texting you at 2 a.m., you need to sleep, girl. You want to reply. He wants you to reply, but don't put your health and your sleep over being able to text somebody well into the night, you know? I do have also the Emperor. I want to just, well, actually, Emperor and bottom of the deck is Justice, so it's like pursuing you. Emperor, I'm getting like, this is kind of like husband energy, and then Justice is like having something be balanced and like the outcome of whatever it is that you're wanting and working for. It's like something is going to be made fair. But let's just get an extra look at this Emperor. Because I think this person likes, they like you and they're interested in you. Sun card. Okay. We'll get into that in a second. And Hermit card. We'll get into that in a second. I think this person, he does want to be your long term. He does want to be your man. Yeah, Sun card, you will. This is something like, if this is what you want, a relationship with this person, Spirit's like, yep, that's access. You have access to that. That it is something you can have should you choose to have this. Yeah, and then Hermit. Just make sure that you're taking a little bit of time for yourself too, and prioritizing yourself and your needs, and that's your physical needs, your emotional needs, your psychological, social needs. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself too. There's just something about, there's something very like alluring, that word alluring comes in there about you, like just taking care of yourself and having this like, oh, I don't need a man, but I mean, I do like you. Like, there's something about that kind of energy that he finds very attractive. So he does like you. He is going for you, but it's interesting. Maybe he just wants a little bit of a chase. But don't take that too far, though. Like, some people play hard to get and they go a little too far, and they push the person away a little too much, and then all of a sudden the person's like, ugh, whatever, I'm not interested anymore. I don't think that's what's going to happen for you, but I'm just getting this, like a little note from Spirit to just let you know to just, you don't have to be waiting by the phone, desperate for him to get, reply to you or whatever. He will. He wants to, so he will. And just confidence is key. Take care of yourself. Self-care. Only a little bit hard to get. Just a little bit of a challenge. Not impossible, but he just has to work for it just a little bit. Ugh, I'll lock your... Oh, you. Says, I'm so beautiful, I forget all... Oh, that they forget all their questions. You're silly. All right, and our last one on the list is for Kaur. If I'm saying that correctly. Kaur is looking for a reading for Capricorns. So let's get... And it is going to be Capricorn season soon enough, isn't it? Or is it Capricorn season now? Is it? It's the 22nd of December? Anyway, let's get a Capricorn season message. And a message for all of the Capricorns and, Capricorn rising or moon in... I'm not an astrologer. I'm going to be very honest with you. But Spirit knows what kind of message that you need, so we'll get it. So Capricorn message. For our Capricorns during Capricorn season. Capricorn. I've not said that word so many times in one sentence before. Capricorn. You say a word enough times and it starts to sound silly. Capricorn. Anyway. All right. this is very weird. Spirit's not, no, Spirit does give me songs and music and things like this, but not this song before. For Three of Pentacles, there's a very old show, Three's Company, and the theme is like, come and knock on our door, we've been waiting for you. And then there's another line about, come and dance on our floor, take a step that is new, where the pleasure is hers and his, Three's Company too, do. There's something about like taking this opportunity, like to collab with other people, take a step that is new. Like perhaps there's something that you've just been kind of doing on your own lately, and maybe you might find more enrichment if you were to share your experience with others or to collaborate with others who are doing a similar thing. I'm seeing let go of what you've lost in the past with our Five of Cups. Let go of what did not work out for 2024, the disappointments. Excuse me. And it's not to say don't feel disappointment or like, if something really big did happen in 2024 and you're still struggling, it's not to say don't struggle and don't feel that way. It's just to say this is not going to bother you forever in life. So it is okay to start letting it go or to start processing and healing whatever it was here that has caused you this feeling of loss or grief. You may be able to, that could be the step that is new, or, the collaboration with others. Maybe you're opening up to other people about something you've experienced and they're like, oh, hey, we've been there too. And like, we're here to listen to you, or like able to give you some kind of advice or guidance or something. But I have here the Chariot. It's like, keep on moving. Like maybe plans that just didn't pan out for 2024. It's like, don't worry, just try something else. Try a new approach. Just keep going forward and keep living your life. Keep doing the best that you can do. I'm seeing one day at a time. Just keep going. I'm also seeing Hermit for Capricorn season. For our Capricorns that are listening to this, to take some time for yourself with this Hermit. There's something about taking time for yourself that is going to be very healing for you. It's going to, I'm seeing also something about maybe, and I mean, it is holiday season, so a lot of us are surrounded by people right now and it's busy and there's so much going on. But if you're able to just take like 5 minutes to go into your bedroom or into the bathroom and just shut and lock the door, 5 minutes, and just take some deep breaths and to just spend some time just being by yourself and enjoying having some space around you. I'm seeing when your mind has been quieted down like that and you don't have the distractions, you will have a better time actually getting insight from Spirit to come to you. You'll be able to, I think it's because it's coming in with the absence of all the other noise around you. So it comes in, it's going to sound much more clear and much more direct. And you're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, that was my gut feeling. Oh, okay, all right. Instead of like, oh, is that my anxiety? Or is that just like what my family expects of me? Or is that just what my community expects? Is that just what I think I should want? No. When you have that time by yourself, you're able to just, oh, okay. All right, so that is the message. And I'm not getting everybody else's interference and noise. Does that make sense? I also am seeing the Moon card, like pay attention to your dreams at night. I did mention earlier in the stream, somebody asked if I remembered my dreams and I said yes, and I used to keep a dream journal and stuff. You don't have to necessarily keep a dream journal, but just if you do remember your dreams, just keep in mind if there are any recurring themes or patterns, because you could actually find a lot of valuable spiritual insight through your dreams at night and just through what is processed by your subconscious when you are asleep. Okay. So that is what I have for you. That's and that's it. That's the stream. I am like, you know what? It's funny. Like these streams make me feel, I feel really good doing this and being able to talk to everybody and be able to to help everybody. And, you know, I started about 3 hours ago, I started the stream. I was in a bit of a, not really a bad mood, but I was saying it was like a low self-esteem day. But I feel so much better now after having talked to all you guys, like just for being able to help you guys. That is what makes me feel fulfilled. That's what makes me feel complete, is being able to like share my love and compassion for humanity and for people, but to also share my love for spirit and spirituality, and my love for helping people by channeling to them messages from their guides or from the, you know, from the divine. That makes me feel good. It does. It really does. And I feel so much better than I did 3 hours ago. And we have fun on stream too. You guys are always like, you're so funny in the chat, and like you guys are also supportive, and I love reading all the different things that you guys have to say. So yeah, I plan to be back. Okay, so next Sunday, today is the 22nd. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3, 4, 5. 29th, is that? I know I shouldn't have to count on my fingers, but I do. Is that the 29th is next week? I may not be around. I don't know. If I'm not, because it is holiday time, and I think we're doing a family thing on the 29th. I may not be around, but I'll do the best that I can. If I can't be around next Sunday, I'll be back as soon as I can, right? And in the meantime, I'll still have videos out. I like making shorts. I've kind of gotten back into making those. Over on Instagram, Wild Rose Tarot. I think the username is, I think it is just Wild Rose Tarot on Instagram. Brain fart. I do make posts over there. I do reels and stories, and I post memes and stuff like that. And I'm quite active in the community section of my channel too, where I like to make posts and memes. And so I'm actually going to make a post soon asking for your guys' input on something. So keep your eyes peeled and turn on notifications if you want to be notified every time that I do make a post or a video or a stream or whatever. All right. And that is what I have for you guys. Thank you all for watching and for supporting me in the various ways that you do, be that the super chats, just being here watching and being in the room, whether that's commenting or liking or what, you know, whatever. It all helps me. It all helps this channel. And again, the more help and support that my channel gets, the more it's able to grow, and the more it's able to grow, the more people I'm able to reach and help. And that's my goal. Okay? All right. So have a fantastic week coming up, and a very Merry Christmas, or, whatever it is that you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate, have a good day or a good week. Have a wonderful holiday time, and a very happy new year. And I'll see you guys as soon as I can.